Good to see you. I finally had a haircut. It's unbelievable. It's been so long. Anyway, I feel like a new person. Today, we're just going to look at the ways that you can use quick little exercises through your day to energize and hopefully keep them in mind for hot days when you need to get everything flowing a little bit because the body's hot and everything might not be moving as you want it. Or you are doing activities that you weren't doing while we were all isolated, and you're noticing that your body is giving you some signals that things are a little sore. You might be using the wrong posture in what you're doing every day, and the body is now showing you that. And so this is an opportunity for you to think about how are you moving, what are you doing while you're moving, and can you make changes? Because now is the time to make changes. As you're getting the signals from your body about what you're adding back into your schedule and it's not feeling good, then you know you need to change something. It's simple. Okay, so let's today do for movement. Let's do part one of low cup, just for those people who haven't had a chance to practice that for a little while. I got to do it at the beach yesterday, and it was lovely. So hi Jeanette. So let's do part one of low cup, and that's just to get the energy to flow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to just pull energy exercises. Okay. So let's just pull this down, and hopefully that's going to get us the right height. Yeah, let's pull that back. Okay, so part one of low cup, and I know I run out of room, so I will do my best to just shuffle so you can still see my feet. Okay, so we need a bow first. And for those that might not know the low cup set, you can do it seated and just copy my arms. This one turns a lot, so this is giving you the opportunity to just watch so you can observe. Okay, so the palms are going to come up. Out through the top of the head, open the shoulders, and then sink. And then the fingertips are going to roll in, lower back is going to open, and expand the hands. Right hand is coming forward, into the left foot, turns you around, sink, drop, bringing the hand up, nice and tall, turn and reach out, sink. This is going to roll back, plant the foot, right hand comes up, and then the left hand is going to wipe, step with your left foot, and this is going to go to the brow, wipe, and this is going to go to the knee. Hold the ball, step with the right foot, this is going to go to the brow. Sink back. This is going to go to the knee. Wipe the hand over. Step together. Sink. Up to the top. Out the top, opening the hands. Sink. Pushing out from the center. Sink and roll. That's going to come back. And up. Sink. This is going to be walk through the feet. So you're going to go up through the toe, toe heel, heel toe, push out. Sinking back. There's an ankle going into position. Sink, drop the back, step with the left foot, and reach out. Step patois, step parallel. It's going to come up, over the top. Sink down into your right foot, pushing off that left foot. Expand in a spiral to the left. Spiral back to the right. Palm goes out. I'm just going to back up. Hold the ball. This is going to go to the brow. Hold the ball. Goes to the brow. Open the hands and step through with your right foot. Now this move we worked on the last few days, so we've had lots of conversation about it. turning all the way around and come out. Open, turn all the way around with the left foot, step open, push out, whoop, out of room. Hold the ball, step with the left foot around the chair. Okay, and then again we worked on this the last few days, and it was pushing into the feet, awareness of the feet, and lift. It's nice and tall, sink. Look to the left, look to the right, reach out. Left side, hold the ball, right side, hold the ball, left side. Comes back, hand goes down, pushing up, sink back, turn, expand. This is going to go down, roll, open, all the way around. Feel that foot in the back. Step and push through. Sink back, hand comes up, walk through the feet. Toe heel, heel toe, push out. Comes back around and reach out. I'm just going to move again. Reach out. So this is going to come back. Right, left hand goes behind, right hand goes behind, pull forward. This is up, push out. Up, push out. Now you're going into your back left corner, toe heel, heel toe, push. Sink back into the right, turn. Roll the hands around into your right foot, step and reach out. So now we're going to go backwards. Step, reach your right hand, open the back, step, step, you're going to see me disappear. Step with the right foot, hold the ball, now step with your right foot forward, roll the fingers. Hold the ball, roll the fingers. Hold the ball, roll the fingers. One more. Hold the ball. This is going to go the wrist, step to the wrist, open the hands, come through, sink back, all the way around, and you step open to your back, sink. Now, this goes link your fingers, open, sink, open the left foot around, and this time where you can see me, hold the flowers, push out, hold the ball, goes to the brow, and then you turn to your left, cross the hands, slide into a left-sided snake, sink, open the foot, up on your toe, push. Circle the hands, turn the foot out, turn the foot in, and then to your left side, reach, cross the hands, slide into a right-sided snake again, heel goes around, lift. And you're going to spin, cross. That's spun quite nice on the court floor. Push through, sink back, up, lift to the left, two-hand push to the right, up. So now you're going to go flat hand, roll the fingers, sink, look left, reach out. Flat, roll the fingers, reach out. Flat, roll the fingers, reach out, comes back around, sink, and up. with all that, I've lost where we are. And that's the end of it. Oh my goodness. Two-hand comes back around, two-hand push. I know what I did. Okay, so we did a two-hand strike here. I apologize. I moved myself nicely into part two, disorienting in my space. So I had two-hand, came around here, and then I went brush knee. And instead of going into this beautiful little thing, obviously I guess I needed it since my mind jumped there, but what I should have done is half a step, pull up, and then spiral down into that right leg, hold the flowers up, point the left toe and put the left hand down, and you would slide down the leg, sink down with your feet, right hand comes up, and step, and brush knee. Then a half step, spiral around, hold the flowers, right hand goes down, down the right leg, comes up, it's going to pass, brush knee. Okay, and I'll just back up a little bit and I'll go a little bit on an angle for you. You'll be facing your left side. So you go half step, you make a beak, you come up with the sand, open the fingers, and you go pakwa, toe heel with the foot, pakwa, toe heel. And this would be the start of part two, which we have done many times, but I'm going to turn back to the front, open the hands, and then let that go. Okay, sorry about that. I can see this might have been important for me today. With my hands are a little bit swollen with the heat, so that does feel actually quite nice. Okay, so that gets us through part one and just gets the flow of energy happening. So let's put the bow on the end. Let that go. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to work on some energizers today. So one of the things that was brought to my attention this morning was how when we go to do a job, could be out in the garden, could be what we do every day, could be standing behind a till, mixing paint, cutting hair, it could be working construction, standing in the heat on the side on the asphalt. There's all these places where we put our bodies into positions because the job tells us to. And so what I want to bring your attention to is you have the ability to put your body where it needs to be and then do the job. So first thing, where are your feet? Find the 9 points of your toes, connect your toes to the floor. Sink down into your feet, push into your feet, and as soon as you do, your lower back will release. So if you have trouble with the lower back being really tired at the end of the day because you're back doing some whatever activities you haven't been doing for a while, that lower back can be locked up. So if I go from here with my knees and I straighten them, then I can have a big arch in my back. But if I push down into the floor, let my knees relax, push down into the floor, my tailbone drops to line up with the floor and my lower back is no longer locked. It's now open. Okay, so that would be one piece that you could do. So now you've got that connected. If the lower back is open, that's where the flow to come up your spine is going to have to start from. So then if you think about where is your neck. So if you're leaning over doing some kind of a task and you have a lean, your neck is going to be in a constant state of tightness. So you want to pull that up and stand straight. It may mean that you have to change the position of something that you're working on. Could be your computer, could be in the case of cutting hair, it could be where your person is and then how you're using your head. Could be if you're working on flowers, you're in the garden and you're doing this, thinking about how can you open and let the energy flow through. So you're going to connect down into the floor, find that lift, find up through the top of the head. And then if we do some of the foundation exercises, so if I was to put this one in, which is the second one, and bring in a big breath. Okay, I feel like that breath is like up in the top of the chest. You want to get it down into your belly. So let that air out. Okay, take your breath in. Let the belly expand and drop. Take the breath in and let it go. All right. So this exercise right here is giving the slightest little micro movement to your back. Now let's say you have to stand in a certain position for a length of time because of whatever it is you're doing. And so this position starts to lock up. Because maybe you're holding a pole, maybe you've been raking, maybe you're standing on the countertop. So you know you need to get things moving in the center of your body. Relax. Take a deep breath in. Think about this movement. Maybe you can't do this movement. People will be around you. Of course, if you did, then you'd be saying, I'm doing Tai Chi, and they'd be interested. That's always good for a conversation. But letting everything relax. Okay, so you're just letting all the joints open. Buoyancy in the knees. So I'm actually finding a rhythm. I'm kind of bouncing, not that that's what I would do with this, but that's what I'm finding. Okay, so you have that. All right, so that's a good start, but what else could you be doing? So I was talking about my hands being a little swollen today. So we've done the foot rub before, where I showed you that on your feet, but what if you rub down into your hands? So maybe you're doing some fine work with your hands, maybe you're cutting, maybe you're chopping, maybe some of the things in the garden, you're using one hand but not the other. This would be a great way to energize the hand back up. Okay, and then shake up the hand, a little bit of space in there, circling the thumb, and coming all the way through. Each finger. Okay, and then you're going to hug the hand, the wrist, and then taking your fingers, you're going to pull them apart. So put them into the middle of your hand and then pull down the length from your wrist to your fingers. You're going to pull, and that's just going to tell the fingers and the hand to connect back up with the muscles. Okay, so now if you make a fist with that hand, see how that fist is, make a fist with the other hand. I should have done this hand first, this one is so tight. Okay, so let's do the other hand. That'll give you more strength if you're doing some cutting in the garden or digging, or maybe you're pushing the lawnmower. That can give you a lot more strength in your grip. With the side of the hand, then shaking up the hand, grabbing each digit, so you give a little tug, so you put some space in the joints. Just a little bit of circling, pinky, okay, and then hugging all over. Okay, and then your fingers are going to go pull apart. And then down the fingers, as well as the back of the hand. Again, you're pulling apart. That is giving a signal to the muscle, which way is strength, and then it'll fire up. Okay, so now if you make a fist, oh, that is so much better. Okay, that's going to be a different hand with more integrity. Okay, now another one, I haven't done this for a really long time. I thought of it today, something else I did yesterday. So this one is tapping into each of the meridians. And I have done the meridian tracings, but maybe you want to do this one. So this one has 7 different positions. I'm going to tap into the center of the hands. I'd like to say I made this up myself, but I didn't. This came from a magazine about Tai Chi a long time ago. I don't remember where the resources came from. However, it's been on the slate of things you can do for a long time. So now you're on the outside of the hands. Then you're going to go to the heel of the hand. Then you're going to go to the back of the hand. So the wrists are hitting together, and it's just gentle. Okay, then you're going to put in between the fingers, and then in between the webbing on the thumbs. And then you're going to take your knuckles from one hand and tap it into the palm of the other hand. Okay, and then we go to the other side. So that's seven different things that you could do. Okay, so now on the body, we're going to go at the hip. So you're going to tap on the hip. And then we're going to go where the fingers, if I put my hands by my side, where the fingers go, that's where the next one is going to tap. It'll be a very important water point. Then you're going to go just above your ankles. If you can't reach your ankles, go to wherever you can get to. You're going to go on the outside of the leg. Okay, and then we're going to go across and across. And so you're hitting a little point on the top of your shoulder. Just a gentle tap. Doesn't have to be a hard one. Okay, and then we're going to swing behind and hit behind. Now, my left arm doesn't go that far, so it's going to be one and not the other. So I'm going to have to alternate a little bit. That's my improvisation on that. I can get my hand back towards the tailbone now, but I can't get there. Okay? And then you're going to tap L5, this little space here, tap in there. I actually can do. And then we're going to do tailbone. Okay, so that gets you a warm-up for all the meridians. Okay, so now let's do a little bit washing the face. So you've been outside, you've been with a group of people, and you just want to clear off. This used to have a different meaning before, having been isolated for a while. This has a different meaning now. You're just going to pretend like you've got water to wash your face, but really it's just an energy wash. So you're just going to take your hands up the face, over the hair. So you're not touching the hair, just above it. And then just bring it down, and then just shake off any energy. You want to make sure you send it down into the ground. You want to shake it off into somebody else's biofield. So you're going to come up, over, and then just shake it off. And again. And again. That one can feel quite nice. Okay, so let's go to the foundation exercise that starts at the bottom, comes towards lower dantian, and then you turn the fingers out, take them out to where the roof and the wall meet, and then open them, sink, drop into the floor, and bring it back. Okay, so now with this one, you think about just creating a rainbow around you. Now, rainbow's going to wash over you. So if you think about, okay, you're going to take the rainbow up to the top, and then just let the whole rainbow just cast colors all over you. Comes up the front. Let that go. I think one more. You can do, you have to say 9 times to 36 times. So I'll leave that up to you, what you'd like to do with that. And now let's go to this one. All right, and you know that this one, if you do it slow, you'll be working more on changing tendon-muscle relationship. Or if you want to build energy, just going to go a little faster. Make sure your fingers are apart and you're turning from that middle finger all the way down to your elbow. It's going to go all the way up to your shoulder. And then you're going to open across the back of the shoulder, up the neck, down the spine. Oh, and then relax. Sink into your feet. Okay. It's a great one too to energize. And if you've been in the garden or doing a task that's had you really focused with your hands or your arms, this is a great one to get the blood flowing again, get the energy to work. I'll just rotate from the shoulder and to be able to just put all of the tissue back together in harmony. And that's really the key. So if you've been out working and you've been doing a task that is repetitive over and over and over, really good to finish up with an activity that integrates everything back into whole body movement. Then you won't have fatigue or a lockup or a drop of energy. In conversation I had with someone the last 24 hours, now that some of us have not been working and are going back to work, then you find that you get home from work and you're exhausted. Your body had a nice rest and it was starting to really rejuvenate. And then you go to work and you don't let the energy flow. It locks up. So by the time you get home, you're exhausted. So what you want to think about is how your work really is your energy booster all day long, so that when you get to go home from work, you're going into your life with energy. And now you're going to be living, doing the things you really enjoy doing for you, and it's already had energy boosting for it all day long, so you have the energy to do what you want to do. Okay, that's a completely different way of thinking about your workday. You spend a lot of time at the computer. You want to make sure you take breaks so that you're energizing all the way through. And then when you get away from your computer, you're going to choose an energy activity. Energy being get everything moving and flowing. Doesn't have to be high energy to start off with, but you want to definitely make sure you're breathing deeply, you're calm and relaxed, the joints are relaxed, everything feels good. And then I'm just going to come back down and then turn here. And then you can be energizing away from your computer. All right. So it's thinking differently about how you appreciate your day and how you appreciate your body doing the things that it's going to do for you all day long, and to give yourself the gift of a life when your time is off. Okay, so we've got that one. All right, so let's do this one. This one is really great for helping with breathing. So if you don't breathe deeply, you might want to throw this one in. Sink down into the feet. You'll notice that lower back let go. That'll be really helpful. And if you've been standing all day, do these ones seated, not standing. You've already done that. Allow the pelvis to adjust itself from a seated position. Let that roll come through. Okay, and then the gift to yourself can be to choose 1 or 2 moves from Tai Chi and just do them. So you don't have to do the whole set to get the energy to flow. You just have to choose something and make a decision what you want to do with it. So bring that back. So if I'm thinking about, I want to get a little bit more movement in my spine, micro movements. So that palms coming up, and we're just going to have tiny movements. Push into the left foot, awareness into the right foot. Awareness into the left, and I can feel the motion going across the hips. And this you could do you 5 minutes of these. Out in the garden, feet in the grass, rejuvenating by connecting to the earth. Okay, and then Danyus are like the best exercise. So standing version would be feet shoulder width apart, open the toes to the corner, heels go straight, little tiny bit to the corner, palms come up, lift up through the top of the head, feel the length of the body sink into your feet, and feel everything open. Ankles, knees, hips, lower back, spine, sink. Push into the feet to come up, sink. And this is about opening the lower back. So you are feeling into the back, into the spine. And if it's not moving, don't go any further down. It just means you'll be locked. It means you won't be doing whole body movement. You'll be doing isolated movements. And Tai Chi, we want to bring that whole body movement in. You want your body to be nice and relaxed. So just very gentle when your back stops moving. And I know some people say, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what back moving means. That means your back is probably not moving because you would know then. So take it even less. So if that's the case, I might be here. My knees bend a little bit here, but I don't go down very far, and I'm feeling in my hips. Can I let them completely relax? And if I can I let the glutes relax? So your butt muscles, let them relax. And can you feel your tailbone dropping to the floor and then trying to stay dropped? Or is it lifting? So you want to just nice and gentle. And if you're still not sure, sit down and just do the hands. That's going to give you a nice change. So if that's the case, you grab your chair. Turn. So what I would be doing is taking the hands up towards the roof and the wall, sink. And then you'll feel in your sit bone, you're going to go back towards your tailbone a little bit. It's going to come up and then sink. And if you still don't feel anything, you're like, I don't ever feel anything. That doesn't tell you you're tight. Because it's your awareness of your body that is going to signal you the information you need to know from your body. So if you're not feeling anything but tightness, then you need to start relaxing. So deep breath in, and then let the breath out. And you may notice you're rocking a little bit between the sit bone and then towards the tailbone. You don't actually get there, but it's just like this little tiny pelvic movement. And you just want that to be a gentle little rock. And this is an energizer. This is getting the fascia in the core of the body moving. So all of the organs are talking to each other. And that's an energizer. So simple. Okay, so that would be a seated danyu with arms only. And if you wanted to fall into your feet, the progression of 3, push into your feet. You'll notice there's a crack. The tailbone is going to try to line up with the floor when you push into your feet. So you fall forward into your feet. There's an extension there, but as soon as you push to come back, push into your feet to come back, you'll notice your tailbone turn to line up with the floor. And that's what opening the back means. So when you're standing, if you don't feel that, don't go down into a deep squat, because that's not Tai Chi. That's a completely different activity. And what we want to do is create a pumping action for the tailbone to pump the cerebral spinal fluid from that pump at the bottom all the way up the spine to the top of the head. It's not going to happen if everything is locked. Okay, and then I'm talking about cerebral spinal fluid, but we also have energy, right? The whole body is full of energy, and you want that energy flowing up to the top. Okay, so that would be another way that you could do the Danyu and start to learn about how it feels in the lower back between the sit bone and the tailbone. Okay, making sure you're starting to build a vocabulary of knowledge about your body so you know how it feels and how it functions. Okay, so that gives us that one. So let's go to, you've been sitting at your desk. The last thing you want to do is sit, except you've been sitting at your desk for a bit and you need to just get some flow happening. So you know about these exercises. I'm going to slow them down so it's not move quickly. Let's get the pump working. Okay, and then you're going to change to the other side. Pump. And this can be the difference of flow and nourishment for your body. If you stand on your feet all day, this is an excellent exercise to do just to get things pumping, because things can pool. And you may end up with swollen ankles at the end of the day just because the fluid is all run down, but you didn't do anything to pump it back up. Okay, and then you know about the exercises that we've done here. So I'm just going to do a couple of them. If you want to look up the foot exercises, you have 3 different kinds. If you go to the YouTube channel for Tai Chi Wellness and on Michelle Greenwell's YouTube channel. I'm just going to go side to side. Put your feet straight. Heels go side to side. And again, you're noticing how it's moving through your hips, how it's moving through your back, just to give yourself a little bit of awareness. Okay. All right, so let's say you've been sitting at your desk, you could easily throw that in. And another good one is to do that ball of the foot with the heel drop. Ball of the foot, heel drop. You may notice your toes start to feel a little bit different, and also the ankle, especially if they're a little bit swollen. Okay, and the other one that works is to just do a rise. So you go push down, and you're just really pressing into K1 or the bubbling springs, and that's just sending information up through the water element to really assist you with getting a flow. Okay, so that would be another little thing to get that to pump. Okay, so we also have, which is where my hands went to when I was doing part 1 of low cup. This is a beautiful one to work through the wrist, particularly if you're doing lots of cutting or you're in the garden and you're gripping and things like that. So you've got that flat, drop the fingers, pull them back, roll the wrists, and then sink back to open the hips, drop into the feet, find the ankles and the knees. So you've got drop, over, roll, and pull. Sink. Flat, drop, and roll. And roll. And then one more. Okay, so that one can be a really nice one to put in there. The other is rolling the wrists. And just let that come around. So you'll see that in, you might see that in some of the dance forms. I'm trying to think, there's several different dance forms that use that wrist. There's a reason. This really can change the way the wrists are feeling, and if your hands are really tight from doing concentrated exercises, that can be great. And then just bring them out. Let that energy come through. Okay, you can clap those hands together. Build that energy up. Do one more wash. And that wash, you can just take it all the way down and you can just wash off the body. So, you've had a busy day, you just wash it away. And just sweep off. Okay, and then you know about bubble bath. So if you bring your hands in, find where your energy bubble is. Notice where that bubble is. Just massage it a little bit. Okay, this is a fantastic one for building energy, especially if you finish work and you're thinking, oh, I can just hardly wait to get to the couch. And it's like, do you really want to spend your time on the couch? Your time, you want to be doing the stuff you love. So let's find the energy for it. So I'm going to just circle the bubble bath, making that circle come around. All right, and I'm going to start to roll that through my biofield. And I'm going to come down by my feet, around behind, over top, all the way around, and behind. Let's see if I can bring that in, feeling like I didn't quite get the center of my back. All right, and I have to imagine it from this side. Okay, so that's starting to feel like I've got more energy, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck that in. So the energy is all the way to the bottom of the ground, all the way around me, and I'm going to give it, I can give it any color I want. I think I'm still going to give it a rainbow, and my body can just choose what color it wants. So I'm just going to cover myself in a rainbow color, and that can change where the energy's at. Okay, so we've got that little piece. Okay, so now let's just do something just around the face. So you're just going to take 2 fingers, you're just going to go up your nose, you're going to go across the eyebrows, circle the eyes, and down the face. You can come off the chin if you want, and then push back up. So it's going to go up and around. Let that come down over the chin and up. You may find your hands are like, oh, yep, let me just do the whole face. That can just give you such a beautiful feeling. And in the eyes, you've been on the computer a lot, you can just do little circles all the way around the eye socket. And then just bring it around. Very gentle little circles. All the way into the center. Might feel awfully nice. Okay, and then you know figure 8s. So if you needed to give some energy to the eye, you could do a figure 8 there, and a figure 8 on the other side. Realign that. Maybe you decide you need a figure 8, goes all the way to the bottom, comes back up to the top. You do that. You could have a figure 8 that goes down front, back up the top. Well, that one's got a beautiful lift at the top. And then you can imagine your backside, which is kind of hard to do it from the backside, so just imagine your backside and give your back that same figure 8. Beautiful. Okay, now we can do that in our Danyu arms, and we've done that before, so the arm goes out and up, then the hands turn over, they come in and down towards lower dantian. They turn around, they go up and out, turn around, come in and down, up and out, 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 in and down. And that can bring a figure 8 pattern into the body, and it comes all the way through. Okay, so we got that little piece. So now you need a couple of energy boosters out of some Tai Chi moves. Let's do white stork spreads wings. I love this because your hand goes up to connect to the heavens, down to connect to the earth. You can bring up the earth energies. You can bring in the energy from the universe. And when you connect the two together, you can line it straight up through the core. So if this is something where you're tired and you're trying to bring that energy in, bring everything in centered and focused, this is a beautiful one. So I'm just going to turn a little bit. So your right heel's going out, drop and sink. That's where you can open the back and drop the spine. For those that know what I mean, you'll feel it. If you haven't felt it yet, remember you could do it seated till you find it. Foot drops. Hand comes down to lower dantian. Turn your foot in, and then you're going to expand the field. So if you think about building energy, hands are going to change positions. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Sink. This is going to come around, step, and brush knee. Right, so just do that again. So you've got sink, foot, hand, glide across, plant the foot, expand. The rotation, and brush knee. And 3 is the charm, so let's do it one more time. Sink, foot, hand, glide across, plant the foot, expand. All the way around, brush knee. Delightful. Okay, that'd be one place. This one, probably didn't think of this one, the bow. Ladies grab the left thumb, gentlemen grab the right. This is an energizer as well. Just how you bring your hands together is an energizer. Okay, so you're coming together. You go in front of the brow. This starts a circle. Your tailbone is going to drop. Your spine expands. You bend at the hips. That goes down. Fall into your feet. Now there's 2 ways to do it. I'm going to push into my feet. Feel my lower back begin to do a roll up. This is going to come up. Hands are going to come around and sink, which has a figure 8 in it. It's whole figure 8 in that whole little piece. So again, so you've got open, expand, you feel the breath leave, and then pushing into the feet. You feel that the air kind of rushes back in, sink. Okay, one more time. It's kind of cool doing the bow as an exercise. If you remember, we bring gratitude in. You'll notice the hands just really know exactly where to go when you do that. And that's one way of doing it. You can do it where your hands go back out when you came. So if we go here, sink, back opens, drop, push into the feet. Now this time your hands go back up the way they came, so they go out. You feel the hips engage, lower back engages, sink. Okay, a little bit different. So if we go up, if you have trouble with your back, especially lower back, this is not the choice. Do the other way. But if your back is fine, push into the feet. There's a whole synergy that comes between the front and the back of the body to create that option in there. Okay, so that gives you that little bit. So let's go to low cup. We had been working through a couple different exercises. Let's go just about to the end of part 1. And this is when, this is the part that I missed actually, where you spiral. And this beautiful little exercise is great. So it's, your weight is in your right foot, you spiral to the left, you step with your right foot to hold the flowers, which takes you up, and then you point your left toe, put your left hand forward, your right hand directs the fingertips towards the arm, and then you go scooping down the leg, sink down as low as you can. The left hand is palm up, right hand is palm down. They change positions, and then you expand the fingers to step and do a brush knee. Okay, and we have talked about how the hands in the different positions change the hip. So one is one way, one is the other way, then they change positions. So inside, you're doing this nice little twist, figure 8. You're doing a twist on the inside. Okay, so let's try that little piece again. So this is going to go spiral to the left. Step with your right foot to the corner. Hold the flowers so that the hands turn. Put your right toe out. Left hand goes down, right hand goes down towards the arm. This goes down as low as you can go. Left palm is coming up. Right palm, they change positions. They go past each other. Step with your right foot. Brush knee right. Sink. Okay. So now you also need to be able to do that on the left side. So this would be from here, you just finished here, half a step. This is going to spiral into the right side. So that spiral comes around. I have weight in my right foot, but my left foot is still on the floor. So I'm actually getting a pull down the back of the left foot into the ankle. Step with the left foot, hold the flowers. Point your right toe. Put your right hand down. Left hand goes towards the arm. And you go down the leg. Sink down into the feet. Right palm is up. Change. Left palm is up. Hands pass each other. And then that's a brush knee. Okay? So I'll do it just turning myself just a little bit so you can see it. So I just finished here. Brush knee right. Half a step. Spiral. It's weird coming into it part way. Step left. Hold the flowers. Point your right toe forward. Right hand's going to go down the leg. You sink down the leg. Drop. Palm up. Change hands. Go past each other. Step. And brush knee. And then the last part of that move takes us to the end of part one, which is a half step, pushing in that left foot. It's going to open your back. Your hand comes back to make the cone. Step straight forward with the left. And you put that cone right over top of your left hand. So now this right hand is yang energy, energy out. It's directing right into the palm of the left, which is in. So you're actually recycling and rebuilding energy. So half step, sink back. This is going to open up. You have sink into the left, place the toe on the floor, drop the heel, comes back. Step patois, toe heel, patois. And then it would be return to finish if we're going to do that at the end there. Okay, I think that gave you lots of energizing things that you could do. And the last, Cook's hookups, which we did yesterday, in 3 positions yesterday, which are great energizers. And just remember to breathe. So if you breathe in, let that go with a great big sigh. And then breathe in one more time. And let that go. Now as you go about doing your activities, find your center, open your back, let the energy flow straight up and down you. Let it flow, and as you're doing your activities, they're energy building activities. Not energy depletion activities, energy building. If they're not, find a way to make them so. Okay, that is Friday night. Have a wonderful night, solstice, I believe. So enjoy any celebrations you might be doing, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.